I usually record outside, but it's cold as hell, or the opposite of hell. It's 8 o'clock p.m. and it's not. Yeah, I don't feel like going outside right now, so I'm gonna just record this on my computer. Maybe put some footage over it, probably of me shaking my ass. I don't know, and just get this message out. I feel like this is something that we need to know. High school, college, that's a place of social abundance. And what social abundance is you're surrounded by like-minded people your age, women, men, so you can get friends and relationships. It's abundance. You can pick whatever you want. And that's sort of your last chance in doing that. At your job, maybe. You'll probably have some women at your job, depending on where you work. You work in a construction site, good luck, right? So you sort of have to make friends now if you're that age, right? And if you're not that age, I'm gonna tell you what you should do. But you should make friends now, because time is running out. It really is. You won't be surrounded by that anymore, and you have to sort of dive in. So if you're not surrounded by that, right? Or if you are surrounded by it, but it's just not your choosing. Maybe you go to an all-boys school or something. This is what you can do. This is what you have to do in order to not be alone forever. So, you have to sort of inject yourself in places where social contact is consistent and inevitable. So what that means is the gym, for example, is consistent. People go to the gym every day, so you'll see the person every day. Inevitable, meaning it's open. It's an open environment. It's not like alley. You're not in a 7-Eleven alley. So yeah, I was watching some Gerbert Johnson. He's Gerbert, and he mentioned this word called propinquity. And that's where I started thinking, like, basically propinquity is being around somebody so much that you start to like them. It's basically like the jailhouse effect, you know what I mean? Bunch of men in a room, you never liked men before, but you got 20 years, so on year 16, you say fuck it, and get fucked in the ass. That's sort of what it is, but less extreme in this extent. You basically build propinquity with people. You make sure when you see them in the gym, you say hi to them. I hope you don't hear the people yelling through my house right now. I'm inside. But yeah, anyway, you see people in the gym, you say hi to them. You see a girl, you wave, you say hey, she says hey back, and you make sure that's consistent. You make sure you're visible, not in a creepy way. Don't go out your way to be seen by her. But when you do see her, make sure she notices your presence. Smile at her, wave, and build that propinquity. In today's day and age, we sort of have to rely on social media to get to know people, and that leads nowhere. It leads nowhere. It's a near impossibility to really just meet a whole lot of people on social media, a whole lot of fulfilling relationships. I'm not saying it can't be done. People have definitely done it and will continue to do it, but you know how hookup culture is, and just the shallowness of people nowadays who are just addicted to social media. It's real hard to do. So building this propinquity in real life, it's going to get people sort of acquainted to you, so you won't have to fully rely on a cold approach. I'm not against cold approaching people, but you have to have real good game, and you sort of just have to, like with cold approaching, you sort of have to walk up to people and strike a conversation that's meaningful for both of you, so that it's not creepy, and then from there, if the conversation has chemistry, you then say, I would love to talk to you again sometime. You have anything I can follow you on, or any number or something? Maybe we could do something. And that's sort of how you cold approach, in my opinion. But that's never really as successful as meeting people in a friend group or dating someone in a friend group. But nowadays, you know, it's sort of the only chance sometimes we have. But this method will make it so you won't have to rely on cold approaching. One mistake I see a lot of people make is when they see somebody who looks good, who they will see again, they usually go no holds barred, straight up, dive into it, ask for the number, point blank. Women aren't visual creatures like men. That's the thing. Men see somebody, find them attractive, and that's it. They want to talk to them, you know? And depending on how they're, what the fuck is called? It's on the, I forgot one of the most basic words. Depending on how their personality is, will determine if they want to stay in a relationship, be in a relationship with them or not. But women don't think like that. Women are more emotional creatures, you know, while men are physical creatures. They look, they use their eyes. Women more emotional. They want, you know, social status or to feel safe or to feel understood, to be understood and heard, loved, etc. And that's real hard to do when just talking to a stranger. So making sure you consistently say hi, making sure you consistently add little bits of yourself within each conversation is a good way to get rid of, to make her feel accustomed to you. I'm gonna give you a good example. You see a girl you work with. You know she works there, so you don't have to, first day you see her, oh, how you doing? I think you're attractive. I want to do that. It's too much at once for a woman. It's putting her on the spot, and it's not going to go well. Instead, you see her, you talk to her. Hey, what's up? How long you been working? Blah, blah, blah. Done. Hey, how you doing? Done. You know, or you start off just with the, hey, how you doing? And then from there, like you say hey, the second day, the third day you say hi, fourth day you talk to her. Hey, I've been meaning to ask you, how long you been working here? Oh, I've been You talk, you done. Week 2, you might add a little bit more to it. And eventually you start to get a little comfortable. And eventually you might be like, oh, what you getting for lunch? I'm stopping at, you want something? You want to come with me? Whatever. Now y'all hanging out. You know, and that's basically how you have to build these relationships. Same thing with the gym. Like, you talk to her a little bit at a time. Hey, how you doing? First, you just smiling and waving. Eventually, you build up the confidence in them nuts. You know what I mean? You get them nuts pumping. You know what I mean? Maybe you want a retention, your semen retention. You've been busting nuts all in your room, so you're a little horny. You walk up to her and you strike a small conversation. Get her laughing, and then you leave. You don't overcommit. She'll think about you. Eventually, that conversation might lead to, hey, you know it's a smoothie spot across the street. Did you ever go? No, I always wanted to try it. You want to try it after this? I'm about to go up there. See what? Yeah, sure. Now you hanging out. She already knows you from those constant weeks of you saying hi. You built that propinquity. You built that social rapport, and now you have someone in your friend group. Same thing with men. What's up, bro? Like, that has happened to me with men. Men, it really happened with men. Like, you just dap up a guy who you don't know. Or like you for example, you walk into the bus stop, and somebody on the bus stop already, you say, what's good, bro? What's good? And you just listening to music. And eventually, that what's good gonna say, yo, you play the game, bro? And y'all just talking. You know how it happened with men. And it's the same thing with women. It's the same thing with all humans. So, to keep this video short without overdoing it, the world is lonely, you know what I mean? The world is very lonely. Nobody has friends that are meaningful as much as they used to, especially if they didn't meet them in high school or college and keep them. You know what I mean? All of my friends I've met in high school and college. I haven't met a friend outside of that. So with that being said, you really have to build that social rapport with them. You know, college, high school, you see people every day. You slowly get to know each other. Do that, but in the free world. Make sure you see them constantly. And if you don't see anybody constantly, find a spot where you will. You know, and eventually build that rapport, and you won't be lonely anymore. Ballers. Rhyming on accident. That's how good I am. Hey, bro. Leave a like, comment, subscribe if you liked it. Hit the bell, Check out my music channel. Link in bio. And thanks for watching. Love you, man. Praise Christ.